Good evening. This is News Today on Insight Links TV. My name is Shola Ishola. First deadlines. Federal Executive Council observes 1 minute silence for victims of Abuja-Kaduna train. Osun APC places embargo on 2023 campaign set to focus on Oyetola's re-election. Court says Adedoyin and 6 other workers have cases to answer over the death of OAU students. Osun governorship aspirant Akin Ogunbiyi quits PDP. In Osun in focus, after 3 years, Oyetola reconstructs Ada-Igbago road. On the foreign scene, China's position on Russia's invasion of Ukraine angers European Union. In sports, Aggrieved Nigeria Super Eagles fans vandalized stadium facilities after loss to Ghana. Now the news in detail. The Federal Executive Council FEC meeting presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday observed a minute silence in honor of the victims of Abuja-Kaduna train terror attack. The meeting, which kicked off at exactly 10 a.m., had the Secretary to the State Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, calling for a minute of silence to be observed first before the business of the day started in earnest. It was reported that the terrorist attack resulted in the death of 8 persons, with over 46 people believed to have sustained various degrees of injury, including an unspecified number of people kidnapped. The manifest received from the Nigerian Railway Corporation, 398 passengers bought tickets, but 362 were validated. The passengers' manifest excluded the NRC workers and security officials on board the train, while several passengers could not be accounted for. Those in attendance at the FEC meeting were Vice President Yemi Oshibajo and Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, National Security Advisor, Major General Babangana Munguno, retired, and Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Dr. Folashade Yemi-Esan. Other cabinet members physically attending the meeting are Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, Finance, Budget and National Planning, Dr. Zainab Ahmed, and Justice Abubakar Malami. Health, Dr. Eyanire Osage, Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, Industry and Trade and Investments, Niyi Adebayo, Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiq Umar Farouk. It also includes Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Festus Keyamo, Minister of State, Mines and Steel, Uche Oga, while other ministers are attending virtually from their various offices. President Buhari had earlier condemned the attack, directing security personnel to go after the bandits. After 3 years of neglect, Osun State Governor Adedoyin Oyetola has reconstructed 13.15 km Ada-Igbago road. Speaking during the commissioning of the road held recently, Oyetola said the road is one of his campaign promises and commissioning it is a fulfillment of his promise. He urged the road users to take advantage of the road for their personal business and economic development. Our correspondent who was at the commissioning has the details.
Goal 9 of the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations mandates governments at the regional levels to ensure they build reliable, quality, resilient, and sustainable infrastructures for economic development. This may be said to be the motivation of the administration of Governor Oyetola in Osun State as it embarks on massive road reconstruction and rehabilitation across the state. The ancient towns of Ada-Igbago on Thursday, December 30th, 2021, rolled out drums and put their dancing skills in display as they welcomed the governor and his team to the official commissioning of 13.15 km Ada-Igbago road. The road, which was last touched 33 years ago before the creation of Osun State, was reconstructed by the Oyetola's administration. It is meant to open up the towns to a bigger economic prosperity. Governor Oyetola, in his address, said the road was one of his electoral promises he made in 2018, stating that the commissioning is a fulfillment of his campaign promise. He said his administration knows how important the road is for the people of the two communities.
The commission of this road is significant in many respects. One is a desire revealed to the people of Aggrieved and Ada, who have waited without grief and dashed hope since its first construction several years ago. Two, as a road that is central to the tourism and hospitality potential of Abia State, in view of its stretches to Ibadan, the home of the General War, and the ultra-modern Macon Golf Hotels and Resort, Ada. This commissioning is a welcome addition to the socio-economic development of our town, our state, and Ibadan and Ada in particular. Three, is another proof of our commitment to our upward resolve to unleash road infrastructure on the state for its socio-economic transformation. We are happy to report that this road was completed at record time and in line with approved specifications. This proves our promise to live by our word and never to compromise quality under any guise. I urge you to take advantage of this road to improve on meaningful agricultural, trading, and entrepreneurial efforts for personal and socio-economic development.
The words of Chief Dotun Fagbenle, the logo of Igbajoland, the reconstruction of the road has reinvigorated the commercial activities in the towns.
It means a lot to the people of Igbajo because this is our main road ever since the creation of this town. There are other access roads that lead to the town, but this is our main road. And the poor state of the road has been impeding a lot of commercial activities and a lot of development in the town. And since our governor Oyetola has done this road, everything, commercial activities, everything has improved.
The All Progressive Congress APC in Osun State on Monday mandated politicians seeking elective offices not to start any electioneering campaign to ensure the success of Governor Adedoyin's re-election bid. The statement by the Osun East Central District leader, Francis Famrewa, stated that the party will monitor the activities of aspirants to ensure compliance with the directive. The statement noted that the new timetable released by INEC on the primary or emergence of candidates for the National Assembly and the State House of Assembly. The Osun East Central officers met in Osu at Akumosa West Local Government on March 4, 2022 and resolved that INEC timetable has unwittingly put the party in a sensitive situation which needs to be properly managed to ensure the success of the party in July 16 gubernatorial election. They added that Oyetola's re-election project is a very much sacrosanct and such should be the focus of the party, and members adding that the APC members should not allow the new timetable come personal ambition to make the party lose focus on the bigger picture. They maintain that all aspirants from Osun East Central District are directed not to start a personal campaign until the directive is released from the party leadership from the state or any other contrary directive from the central office, adding that the central office would from now monitor the activities of all aspirants across the central district to ensure compliance with the directive. An Osun State High Court sitting in Osogbo, presided over by Justice Oyebola Ojo, has ruled that the Hilton Hotel owner Dr. Rahman Adedoyin and 6 workers have a case to answer over the death of an MBA student of Obafemi Awolowo University Ile-Ife, Timothy Adegoke. It was reported that the defendant's counsel, led by Yusuf Ali SAN, told the court at a last sitting that the defendant do not have a case to answer because the prosecution failed to establish any case against them, with the prosecutor M.O. Omosun opposed. At the sitting on Wednesday, Justice Ojo said a prima facie case was established against all the defendants. She added that the evidence before the court states that Timothy lodged in the hotel owned by Adedoyin, stressing that Adeshola, who is the 7th defendant, the receptionist, received the lodger. The court also heard that the wife of the deceased spoke to him while he was in the facility, but he could not be reached afterwards by the wife, calling on the defendant to enter their defense. Counsel to the defendant, Elijah, said in view of the ruling, the defense would enter their defense but asked for time to prepare for the defense. The case was adjourned till April 25, 2022 for opening of the defense. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Osun State, Dr. Akin Ogunbiyi, has resigned from the party. Ogunbiyi recently withdrew from the race for the 2022 Osun PDP governorship primaries. He cited bias by the Dr. Oyetola-led National Working Committee of the party, but announcing his exit from the PDP in a letter addressed to Ayu, Ogunbiyi thanked the PDP national chairman for the interaction and engagement within the party over the years. In sports, some aggrieved Super Eagles fans on Tuesday evening invaded the football pitch of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium after the Nigerian team lost to Ghana Black Star. The Super Eagles failed to qualify for the 2022 World Cup after a 1-1 draw with Ghana in the second leg played in Abuja. Angered by the outcome of the match, fans of the Nigerian football team have taken to the pitch to express their grievances and have also vandalized some facilities at the stadium. It was observed from the video obtained from the incident after the match on Tuesday that the coach's box was thrown off by the angry fans and subsequently damaged. Meanwhile, security agencies reportedly fired tear gas canister at the rampaging crowd to control the situation. Nigerians on the social media have condemned the development, noting that the country does not have to suffer extra losses. On the foreign scene, a top European Union lawmaker, Reinhard Butikova, on Tuesday said that China is helping the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Butikova, who is the head of the European Parliament delegation for relations with China, said the Asian giants have given political support to the Russian aggression against Ukraine. He added that the way in which China handles the conflict will have bearing on the future overall of the European Union-China relationship. Speaking to journalists ahead of the high-level summit between the EU and China on Friday, Butikova said the veil is threadbare and it fools no one. He maintained that he hoped that European leaders would push hard to make China understand that Europe expects them to refrain from further supporting Russia, adding that the EU will have to convincingly tell the Chinese side. He also added that this is a very fundamental conflict because it breaches the principles on which the European security and stability orders has been built over the decades. And that's the news today on Insight Links TV. My name is Shola Ishola. Good evening.